I have been physically intimate with 4 different women this week as a very plain, average, ordinary looking guy. And this is exactly how I did it. So the first thing is I changed my location from where I'm from, which is Los Angeles, to Brazil. I am in a small town. It's like about 2 million people. I don't really believe that there's actually 2 million people here, but that's what it says. It is called Manaus, Brazil. And you guys cannot imagine how amazing and sexy and receptive these women are, especially receptive to foreigners. And if I'm being perfectly honest, they're especially receptive to white foreigners. Although my friend, Austin Holloman, who's been out here too, who's black, not even like light-skinned black, but just black, has gotten amazing results himself. And just one thing about Manaus, these women are not easy. They're beautiful. They're sophisticated. They're intelligent. Don't come here for, bad things or, pay for play. They're beautiful girls and you should respect them. But that's the first thing I did, is changed my location because, as we know, in the West, women are corrupted by feminism. Feminism teaches them to be promiscuous, fat, have a generalized hatred towards men, to have themselves try to become men themselves, become more masculine and dominant and domineering the men. And they have just these ridiculously comically high standards. Whereas in contrast, the women here do not have comically high standards. They have very, very realistic standards. They're extremely receptive. They're extremely friendly. And it is just amazing here. They're also very, very beautiful. I mean, the average weight tier of a woman, I don't know what it is, but I think, Brazil as a whole country is around 135 pounds. And I think here it would be even less, because I think there's a different gene pool here, and the women are even thinner here and more beautiful. And they all have like a very Pocahontas look to themselves. Whereas in contrast, the average weight of the average American woman is 170 pounds. And I don't think they even have very good facial characteristics, features that are very, very pretty or very beautiful. Yet they have higher standards than the women that are more fit and more beautiful and more feminine down here. Go figure. So that was a big thing. If you can't change your location, all the other advice that I said here still applies. And if you have to stay in America, what I recommend is getting a dating app like Bumble, where you can set the language filters to be very, very strict, to only show you women that speak Portuguese, Spanish, some Asian language if you're into that, so you can meet women that are fobs, fresh off the boat, as I say, foreigners. I say that in a positive light. That I say that in a complimenting way. They are fobs. They're foreigners, and they likely have brought with them, especially if they haven't learned English yet, or maybe they speak both, right? Presumably, they're fresh here and they're foreigners, and they brought their good values and their less comically ridiculous high standards for men with them, and you can find them in America. The next thing is, I made improving my social skills and getting rid of my social anxiety and being funny and charismatic and interesting, being able to tell cool stories with a good punchline and a concise way to stories, entertain people, improv, make these talking head videos where I can just hit record, rant into a camera, hit upload, and gain 150 subscribers, 15K views from one video, 500 comments. I cultivate this as a skill, very, like directly, like it didn't happen by accident. It was a very, very pragmatic approach to it. I dedicated the first, 15-ish years, whatever, of my adult life. I even started actually at age 16, so even, not my adult life, but you get what I'm saying, to learning my social skills. I don't think that you have to go quite as overboard as I did, and I honestly hate bars and nightclubs, and I think I would do it a different way if I was a young man these days. But back in the day, we didn't have any online. All we had were bars and nightclubs. The vibe of bars and nightclubs was very different, and I went out sometimes as many as, 7 nights a week, which I don't recommend, but let's say on average over those years, 3 to 4 nights a week, and just practice my social skills, practice walking up to strangers. And, here's the thing. If you can walk up to a group of people and be charismatic, interesting, funny, add value, by the way, what it means in like a social standing, like, oh, like if you're going to approach a group of women, they're going to reject you unless you add value. That means that you accept the burden of the conversation, of what the content's going to be, and not only you make You accept the burden of the conversation of that, like that there is a conversation, what it's going to be about, but you also make the conversation fun, inclusive for everybody in it, entertaining, things like that. You probably went with fun, interesting conversation. I spent the first, it was like, 15 years of my adult-ish life, as we talked about, learning that stuff. I learned from really good mentors, Todd V dating, Owen Cook, guys that I've talked about. And this is something that I was kind of reminded of because, I got too much into monk mode. I fell into that trap. I was living in Sao Paulo, and I was even saying this to some girls I was dating. I was like, I feel like I rent this shoebox on the 13th floor, and I come down from my shoebox and I maybe, scurry around to the gym real quick or scurry around and get, a quick meal or something. And then it's right back up to my shoebox. I live there. I sleep there. I work there. I shower there. I mean, it's like I do everything there. And, remote work is great. I like, the idea of you guys getting remote jobs so you can change your location in the first place, which is, the first point that we talked about. Again, because the topic of the video is how I was able to be intimate with four beautiful women, as an average looking guy. So, I do recommend remote work, but you guys have to understand that you're not there with your social skills yet, and that's a problem. And everybody has an ego about this. There's certain things as a man that we all have an ego about and you don't like to admit, right? Like, again, no man wants to admit that he can't fight. For some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason, my videos and my viewers, the people who watch my videos, who like to leave comments, you're all 6'7" millionaires. You're all good looking, and you all date girls way hotter than the girls that I post in my thumbnails, or girls that I post in videos. So again, I get my audience is like the top 0.01% of people. You can tell I'm joking, right? It's people who have a weird username and no photo on their account. But I mean, your social skills, they're not there yet for 99.9% of you people watching this. And again, you can't fight. Most of you guys, but you won't admit it. You won't admit that you don't have, your full financial resources, your whole finances all figured out. You'll never admit that. You'll never admit that you can't fight. You'll never admit that you can't currently seduce the quality of women that you want. You guys all think, dating coaches and gurus are scammers and stuff like that. By the way, aside, don't pay me any money. Yes, I am a dating coach, but please don't give me any money. Go to Redbeard Rants 1 on my Instagram. There's a link in the description. I post a screenshot here, and look at the story highlight called free courses and get all my stuff for free. And please don't pay me or join my paid stuff. Just get the free stuff. Let me be broke. Don't give me any money. Go through the free stuff, improve your life that way. And it's all good. Okay. But you got to look inside and, and understand that your social skills ain't it. I know, because I see you guys, some of you guys come, oh, you're Casey Redbeard. I'm to the point where if I go home and visit my relatives in Los Angeles and I'm out, at a mall or at the gym, I'll get recognized by an average of 2 or 3 people. I'm out for a big afternoon. I can only imagine when this channel hits, 50, 100K subscribers, how ridiculous it's going to be. But I talk to you guys. I meet people, even when I say you guys, some of you guys are my fans or my viewers, but again, a lot of you that just other expats that I meet while traveling. This is why I said in another video, you're not going to have fun by changing your location and going to another city. You're going to burn out because you're not going to meet good friends. You're not going to meet people that you connect with. You're not going to meet other Americans. And the Americans down here, they're normies with terrible social skills. It's like to the gym, right? So again, if you're like, well, how do I do this? Cold approach women and do a lot of social stuff with your friends. Shoot the stuff with the taxi driver, the receptionist at the hotel, anywhere and everywhere you can. And just be more so, just be around people. Okay, just be around people. And look, you can get, some coaching from, whoever XYZ social coach you want. If you're really, really more in, the slightly on the shade of autistic range. Another thing I did is I cured my social anxiety by, like I said, practicing my social skills. Another big reason was by doing meditation. And I want to make one, important point about meditation. It's not, you align the chakras and you have, your orange chakra and your blue chakra and your green chakra. Screw that hippie nonsense. What meditation actually does is it changes the structure in your brain, your prefrontal cortex in your brain, which is responsible for mood, empathy, focus, things like that. And it can give, like, when you have a strong, like a seasoned prefrontal cortex, it lowers the monkey mind, that chatter that says, like, you're not good enough, you should be doing this, you're going in a million places at once, you have the social anxiety, you can't control your own heart rate because you're having, bad thoughts. You learn to quiet your mind and sink into the present moment. And it literally, like, you can see it on a brain scan. You can actually see on a brain scan, after you're doing, like, they've done, this is study by all the Ivy League, Harvard, Yale, it changes the physical structure of your prefrontal cortex. The gray matter in your brain actually gets thicker. You can see it gets a couple nanometers thicker. So you guys should do meditation. The next thing I did that allowed me to be intimate with 4 beautiful women in just 1 week as an average looking guy is I have an above average physique. I'll post a shirtless photo somewhere on here. I don't claim to be Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I got a better physique than 90% of you guys watching this video. The key to getting a good physique, at least like a physique where you can, take your shirt off and girls will, like, bite your arms, bite your muscles. You at least look, kind of okay in clothing. You don't look like, a fat glob of goo, and you don't look like a skinny anorexic, vegan, is train really intensely 5 to 6 days a week to the point where you want to die and, like, you want to write a will, like, I'm not going to make it. This workout's going to kill me. And you're going to, like, write your will to somebody, leave all your earthly possessions to somebody because the workout was so intense that you thought you were going to die. And, fairly clean diet. Clean diet is not really about getting big. It's about not getting fat while bulking. And this whole, like, one thing that's just like cap is like this whole thing you have to eat like, 4,000, 5,000 calories a day to get big. That's not the case. You just need to eat, around 2,500 to 2,800, somewhere in that range. Probably call it 2,700 at the most for 99% of you. And you'll grow and get big, about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. The next thing I did is I have cool friends that boost my mood. So I've done some vlogs. I did a vlog of me actually, like, so one of the girls that I picked up in this vlog, her name was Anna. I actually, like, cold approached her on camera. The whole thing from start to finish was filmed. It was kind of filmed from afar, so you can't see the full conversation. But then I pulled out my selfie camera and, like, actually, like, interviewed her. It's called picking up beautiful Brazilian women at a shopping mall in Manaus, Brazil. It's probably like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 uploads back down because I'm uploading every day now. So that vlog is posted there. And I was with my friend Austin when I approached her. We were having a great time, shooting the stuff, being, what's the word, like, getting out of our headspace, being silly. I even, like, cold approached like a 70-year-old woman. No, she wasn't 70, call it like 60, like an old woman. I was like flirting, put my arm around her, record a selfie with like this like 60-year-old woman just to get out of my head, just to put myself in a fun, easy, relaxed, outgoing flow social state. And that allowed me that when it was time to actually talk to a girl, I just like super easy, right? Because I'm already out there shooting the stuff with my friends. I'm already filming vlogs, getting content. We're having fun out there. So to already be like, if you're just like in this like dark state and you leave your little cave where you've been, working on your secret entrepreneurial project, you've been in monk mode because another YouTuber said you got to be in monk mode, or Gary V said you had to hustle 24/7, and you're in your little like, you're like Golem from like what's it, Lord of the Rings, and you emerge from your cave and you go try to talk to a girl. It's not going to work because you're not in a fun, outgoing headspace. You have not cultivated good friends, good, silly, outgoing friends. The best way to do that, by the way, is to join some type of networking group where other people are like-minded. I have a group. Austin Holloman has a group. Jack Hopkins has a group. I think that's very, very expensive, though. Fresh and Fit have I believe it's called the Castle Club, right? There are groups you can join of like-minded, cool, red pill guys who have the wherewithal and the self-awareness to say, hey, there's a goal that I want in my life. I am not there yet. I need to build my social skills. I need to build my physique. I need to build my finances. Do it with your brothers. Do it with your brothers. You're not like DNA brothers. So if you have DNA brothers, do it with them. But like, meet people. There are groups that, like, I think Castle Club is like $100 to $200 for like a year membership. If you can't afford that, you've got big problems. Beg, borrow, and steal. Join something. Join my group. Join something. Join something where you can meet cool people that pump you up and put you in a good state. So if you're out there joking out with your boys and you see a beautiful girl, you're already joking out and laughing, you can approach her with the social confidence of a god. She's going to think you're the most fun, charismatic people, because most people walk through with like a dark cloud. Oh, I'm this loser, and oh, my life is so bad, and I don't meditate, so I have negative thoughts, and I'm going to just try to like claw this girl. Like, dude, like for us, bro, it's like, bro, like I could be filming with Austin, making a video, and I could, hey girls, you know, come in the video. I was picking up girls on live at this bar in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That upload is called Picking Up Girls on YouTube Live in front of 500 people or something like that. You can find that video on there, but like find other cool guys. Okay, work on your social skills. That's another reason why I was able to be physically intimate with 4 women this week. And the last reason is I built an amazing social media profile. So between the social skills that I have when I go up to women, again, I have a lot of momentum. I'm with my friends, but I feel like I can't miss. I feel like 75% of the women that I've approached, it's gone extremely well, and they're like super eager to like, you know, give their, I always go for Instagram first before WhatsApp. I say, give me their number. When I say their number, I mean Instagram first, but you know, they're super eager to give me their number and go out with me. And I said 75%, which is unreal. There's no way I can sustain that momentum. And I date beautiful girls. I used to pride myself on like the guy who posts the most receipts, but it's getting harder because you guys try to track down the girls and like he put you on his YouTube or whatever. But I'm going to try to like, I'm see if I can put some story highlights and put all the receipts up there. So check my Instagram. I think I'm going to put a story highlight of the girls that I know I specifically have their permission, and I can post in there so you guys know that, you know, this guy isn't some fake or something. But when I get their Instagram, I have this amazing social media profile that builds my attraction even more. So they already had a good face-to-face interaction with me, but they're kind of like, I don't know much about them. I went in there, I was smooth, I made them laugh, said a couple funny things, built a little bit of attraction, had really good eye contact with them. Sorry if it just got gay right now, but I hold this penetrative stare when I look at women so they know that it's freaking on. They know that it's freaking on when I look at them like this and I give them this penetrative stare that no other guy has given them, except maybe some creep that was in the bushes that didn't have the cojones to go talk to her, but I do. And I'm charming about it. I have a smile as I do it. Anyway, sorry if that got weird. But I get their social media. I'm quick. I'm in and out. And then they see on the social media I have these funny short videos. I'll decide in the editing of this video if I want to insert one because I've already showed it a lot. Maybe you guys are bored of it. But I put these funny videos on there to go, damn, like even more charisma, even more personality. Shows all the places I visited. I have high value photos where I may be like giving a speech to a room full of people, or I'm on a jet ski. I'm doing travel. I'm dressed well, exotic locations, having fun with friends, etc. And that builds me up even more. I go from like this guy, like he was cool. He was very random, very attractive, very confident when I first met him. I don't know who this guy is. And then like the Instagram kind of like pulls it together, right? It kind of like pulls it together, and I become more of this like real entity, because it's kind of like if you met a guy who chatted with you real quick, oh yeah, I sorry to butt in, but I make it like a fake scenario. Sorry to butt in, but I heard you guys are saying you need a really good PHP developer, and you know, I'm a really good guy. And he talked about it a little bit, like, oh, okay, maybe he is. But then later he sent you his full-on resume, and you're like, damn, he was like the lead PHP developer at like, you know, Microsoft or something. This guy is the legit. So not only did he make a good first impression with you in real life when he this fake scenario where he overheard you and your friends saying you need a PHP developer, and he made a good first impression saying he, you know, could do that for you, but then the resume tied it all together, because like, oh, not only did he make a good first impression in person, but now the resume ties all together. He has all these accolades and stuff like that. That's what my resume does. And it's uncomfortable and weird. I made another video where I reference this about why men struggle in dating. It's because men don't want to put themselves in uncomfortable positions. They don't want to, you know, worry about like how to pose and how to give like a sly little smirk for their photos. They don't want to learn how to edit their photos at all. They don't want to find photographers or find like-minded guys who want to do this with them, or get on dating apps, suffer like the pain and suffering. By the way, I mean, most girls on Instagram, that's a lie. It's about 50-50. Depends how easy the dating market is. If the dating market's really easy, or if there's like a particularly good app that has a lot of high-quality women on it, which is not Tinder, by the way. I have one called Inner Circle in Sao Paulo, Brazil. But if I can find a really good dating app, it'll be more from that. But traditionally, it's been, and I think it even is to this day, been more meeting women on Instagram. In my story highlight, I'm going to add today the free course for the How to Meet Women on Instagram guide. So again, please don't pay me any money until you've gone through my free stuff first. Judge the effectiveness of my paid community and coaching programs and courses by the strength of my free stuff first. And that summarizes it, boys. Subscribe to this channel for more free game, and I hope you liked it, and I hope you can be intimate with 4 women in a week as well. If I could do it, you certainly have no excuses. Peace out.